Finally, we're here after technical difficulties and all sorts of nonsense. This is Tony's Talks podcast, episode 1. We're still workshopping the name a little bit, but this is a little surprise that we've had for everyone in store the last few weeks. And here we are, Uncle, finally, long last. You got a mic in front of you. You look stone cold Andrew Jackson right now. Stone Steve Austin, maybe. There's
Andrew Jackson.
Well,
what do they call him? Stonewall Jackson.
I had 3 hours sleep last night.
Stonewall Jackson, very different from Stone Cold Steve
I was having a
Austin.
work moment.
Are you familiar with Stone Cold Steve Austin?
Yes.
All right, Uncle Tony. I guess we should explain to the people what this is for. This my general idea for doing the podcast is basically to let you talk more, to get out your stories to the world in a way that we don't do. Although our usual bi-weekly videos are a great time, this is a different way of bringing some of you to the people. How do you feel about that?
I hope they're ready.
Buckle up.
And Uncle's been biting the bullet to get started on some conversations today.
Yeah, I should mention we have Logan behind the scenes here who's going to chime in despite the fact that I told him his mic's not.
He's been itching. He's been.
Wait, did I say bite the bullet?
Yeah.
Biting.
Uncle, you don't necessarily have to be looking at the camera
Okay.
the whole time. This is kind of more conversational.
Okay.
So you can turn to John, tell him how much you love him and how he's your second favorite nephew. Stuff like that.
Second of how many?
Of 3, right?
But I'm your favorite godson,
No.
right?
He's my only godson. Nobody else
Well,
wanted
so
me in
I'm
the
your favorite
religious
by
part of the
default.
family.
All right, before we derail this too quickly, I think we should just start by saying maybe assume people haven't seen anything before. This is their first introduction to Tony's Talks. Maybe tell us who you are and who
My
we are.
real name?
Who are we to you? You don't have to go so far as that, but
Okay.
you can do that if you'd like.
My name is Tony Manuel Custodio.
Okay. If anyone's trying to steal your identity.
I'm here with my 3 nephews of my younger sister. Jeremias over here on my right,
Put that right up in your face.
João on my left,
Put that
and
right-
Logan in the corner.
It's me.
We call him Hides.
There we go.
Yeah.
Mr. McHides.
We'll get Logan in too in a little bit, but I think we just want to start with the introduction. John, I know I gave you time to think about this a little bit. Why don't you? I think a great way of starting this off to really characterize who Uncle is by sharing one of your favorite stories with Uncle with people who are listening in and watching potentially.
Yeah.
McDonald's when you got bit?
Maybe give the mic to him too.
When I got bit in the ball pit. Oh.
And, get it nice and cozy with your mouth over there.
This is definitely not a flattering angle
Then I
for
can
me.
tell you what happened.
Nice and cozy with my mouth.
About the kid.
I don't think that's the story I'm gonna tell. I really didn't have a lot of time to prep this story.
I got one.
Jeremy kind of dropped this bomb on me when we were driving over here. But one that comes to mind.
Am I ready for this?
This is pretty light. Well, I don't know. It might bring back. It might, warrant a trauma response from you. I don't know. But it was one afternoon when I was just a wee lad, and I was at Vava's house. Vavá, for those of you who don't know, is Portuguese for grandmother or avó. Vavá is more like colloquial, right? It's like more like that's my grandmother. Isn't like avó
If
like
you want something, just
general
put it over there.
grandmother?
Yes.
Okay, heard.
Vovó is like Nana to your grandmother.
Heard. So anyway, I was at Vava's house. Jeremy and I spent a lot of time there when we were growing up, when we were younger. Logan to a certain extent when he was younger. And I think it was just you and I there. I don't know if Vava was there, actually. Well, why the hell wouldn't she have been there? Maybe it was just you, Vava, and I.
Grocery shopping.
Oh, do I need to be up here?
Maybe a little bit, yeah.
Oh, okay. Grocery shopping with whom?
She
didn't-
walk to Shaw's with your grandfather.
She might have walked over to Almax. Just kidding. It
Almax
wasn't.
was out of
I
business.
know, long before my time. So anyway, I'm at Vava's with Vava and Uncle. I'm having my signature hot dogs and corn
Oh, I know. what's
lunch. Okay, that was like a staple lunch for me in those days. Just like can of corn, some hot dogs boiled, just like cut into nice little pieces, whatever. Yeah,
Supposed to be because you were a child.
yeah. I was a small child back in these days.
And your mother made a stare at you to make sure you didn't choke on the hot dog bite.
Right. So interesting that she had you be this attentive, but it couldn't stop me from putting a kernel of corn in my nose.
But we didn't know that. We couldn't see that.
So I put a kernel of corn in my nose one time when I was having the hot dogs and corn, and I couldn't get it out of my
You
nose
breathe it in.
afterwards. It was like really up there in my sinus, I think. And Uncle didn't know what to do, so he was like freaking out. He like laid me down in like I don't know if it was like a guest bedroom or it was Vavav's bedroom, and he like calls my mother, doesn't know what to do. Like he's like, should I call an ambulance? Like he has a piece of corn in his nose. Like what are we supposed to do? So anyway, it becomes this whole thing. I don't think my mom like showed up.
No.
She was just counseling from afar.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
like, okay, it's fine. It's just a piece of corn. It's only one of his nostrils. He can still breathe out his mouth.
They could like sneeze it out, like push it out like a snot.
So, Uncle, how do you remember this whole thing unfolding? You take the mic back. Put it nice and close.
Meaning what?
Like, what do you remember from that night? That
I
John,
remember
or that
being
afternoon that-
traumatized. I was like panicking, thinking he would suffocate on a piece of corn in his nose.
What did you do to help fix the situation?
I kind of just
Did you spank him?
I just kind of like
He got the wooden spoon.
what do you call that when you just play it by ear? Like
We should talk about that too.
just do it like just take one step at a time. Try to
Bend
come
it
up
like
with
that.
ideas. We patted him on the back. We like
They were trying to burp
shook
me.
him a little bit, something like that.
So it came out eventually.
It came out, yes,
Yeah.
and he
So
was
it
very
came
happy
out-
afterwards.
It came out. because
And he
I-
wanted to eat it.
It
No,
came
I don't
out
think so.
because I'm pretty sure I ultimately sneezed.
Yes, that's what I was saying. You sneezed it out.
You know, in hindsight's 2020, right? You know.
Yeah.
Probably could have done a little snot rocket situation. You just like cover one nostril and you just like
Yeah.
force it out.
Yeah,
of
but
the
we didn't
other.
think about that because you were like 5 or 6, something like that.
We didn't know that I had snot rocketing capabilities in those days.
Okay, that's
So
your
anyway, that's
memory.
a fond memory.
What's
I
your
have.
memory, Jeremy?
Well,
That sounds morbid.
before I get into my memory, I want to talk about this whole wooden spoon thing that we can't leave out.
The what
The
spoon?
wooden spoon. You've to explain to people what that signifies to you.
The wooden spoon is a culinary spoon
Oh no.
used to mix flour, paste, whatever.
Okay, everyone knows that.
Okay.
It wasn't just used for that
And
back in the day, was it?
when we were misbehaving, we'd have our hands on the table flat, and we'd get knuckled by the spoon as punishment. Depending on the level of punishment, bad words would get like a really hard one, acting up silly, light one, and a real bad one would make you not bleed but kind of painful. And my nephews got a lot of that too, my older nephews, from my other
Yeah,
sister.
but we didn't get like wrapped on the knuckles.
No,
It was like Vava would like chase us around the living room with the spoon, like trying to spank us
yeah.
with it.
But your older
Or like a
nephews,
slipper.
Philip and Michael,
Well-
used to get it.
All right. Well, I wasn't here personally for this one. I just like this story because you tell it, and I don't know if you'll appreciate me telling this, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Times that you would. So okay, we should start by saying that you used to live not close to us. Now you live like 5 minutes away. You used to live like 15 minutes away back in the day.
Yes.
You've always taken, whenever we're on, but yeah, at Vava's house. You always used to take care of our pets when you were away, and that sort of thing.
Yeah, the
Well-
cops stopped me, thought I was drunk.
Yes, that okay. Fine, tell that story then. You know better than I do.
Well, I used to work the night shift at a hospital, 3:30 p.m. to midnight. So I'm driving home on a 25-mile zone to my nephew's house, going like 8 miles an hour. So the Cranston police followed me all the way to Warwick, thinking I was inebriated. But why didn't they just pull me over? And then when they finally pulled me over, they asked me what I was doing. I said, well, it's like this. I have to feed my sister's cat or it's going to die. And I'm thinking, should it die or should it live? And I said, no. I like cats. I'll let it live this week. So I went there. He followed me to my street, my sister's street, and then took off. He didn't actually see if I fed a cat, if there was a real cat. But
But he pulled you over, saw
Yeah.
what was going on. He's like,
Yeah.
this guy's probably telling the truth.
Yes.
I mean, he didn't follow you in the house to make sure you're
no,
feeding
that
the
would be
cat.
kind of weird.
He didn't help
Yeah,
you feed the cat or anything
no.
like that? No.
At least he
in a
was-
25?
Yeah,
You went 8 miles an hour?
yeah.
That's
How
like,
do you even
you can get on the
drive
driveway
I'm
that
guessing
fast.
it was 8 because I was going really slow. You know how you're
I don't even think you
overtired?
need to be on the throttle to go 8 miles
I'm
an
like,
hour.
I'm like going like, should I just feed the cat tomorrow morning or let it starve? I don't know, what something like that.
He was going very slow.
Well,
because
this
it was
cat,
that-
God rest his soul, is buried in my sister's backyard. Okay, let's go.
Is this scary?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if you had to tell me what your favorite music is? What would you say?
Music as far as generation.
Yes, this is a transition. I'm sorry.
Bette
It was
Midler.
kind of,
How? What?
Bette Midler,
You have to make sense.
well, I just want to hear about it.
Scott McKenzie,
I don't know any of these names.
Elton John,
Okay, I know that one.
Madonna, Cher, definitely Michael Jackson. And we'll
Oh,
leave
my
it at
goodness.
that.
We have a very deflated balloon over here on the coffee table from your Michael Jackson themed birthday party
Let's not tell the truth where we found it, Logan.
11 months ago.
Yeah, put it right up to your mouth. Put that mic up to your mouth. Yes, right there. I like that.
Logan, will you tell the audience where you found it?
Of the
I
past.
just found it like under this table.
Mind
Now
you,
we're
I
like-
do clean my house, but sometimes things get misplaced.
And now we're like a month away from your birthday and that resurfaced, so that's
So we
pretty,
should keep it.
pretty fitting. We're just keeping it as a prop on set.
Logan, come up with some questions.
Well, no. I'm not done with that.
Okay.
Yeah, if people want to see that,
I'm
they
not
got to
done
go
with
see the
that.
Tony's Talks Michael Jackson birthday themed episode where we put. I still love
Link in
this.
bio. Link in bio.
Link in bio. Yeah, sure.
I never expected a birthday party like that. The decorations.
You know how I had to go into a bakery. This is the behind the scenes of the show that you don't get from from watching the video.
Well, you were embarrassed
I
to
go
go?
up to. I have to go to the counter, tell them I want a Michael Jackson themed birthday cake, black and white, Michael Jackson on the cake, and say I wanted to just say Happy Birthday, Uncle Tony. Did I say? Just beat it? Did I put that on the cake?
Yes.
Just beat it.
So
Just
I have to go up to the
beat it
counter
in
and tell this woman that what I wanted said. And
57?
she got I mean, that's probably one of the
How old
weirder
are you?
requests.
How old am I?
Yeah.
Gonna be or how I am now?
How old are you now?
56 and 11 months.
Uncle, put that right up in your mouth.
56 years and
Put it
11
in your
months.
mouth.
Don't do
Just
that.
kidding. Don't do that.
56 years, 11 months.
Okay.
56 years,
If you
11
count the
months.
9 months in the stomach, 57 and 8 months.
I don't know if we're gonna do that, but
Okay.
all right. Okay, so we know you're a big music guy of old school stuff. Michael Jackson is one of the only, and I guess Elton John, one of the two that I know. What about movies?
You don't
If
know Cher?
Movies?
I know. Okay, I know Sheridan. I forgot that he said that.
No.
You mean
Bette
movies
Midler?
that movies that I was traumatized with, or movies that
Wherever you want to go with this.
Well, your mother, Jeremy, Logan's mom, and John Austin's mom used to take me to PG-13 movies.
Oh no. How old
But then
were you?
when I became an adult, it was R-rated movies.
How old were you when you were going to PG-13 movies?
I was 13. My first PG movie was Star Wars.
Your first
Yeah,
PG
that wasn't G.
You really let that S linger there.
Your first PG-13 movie was Star Wars?
It was kind of PG-13 because it was kind of rough, you know, like scary.
It was PG-13
Chewbacca
with
was
like
talking,
an asterisk on it.
and I really wanted to see Saturday Night Fever, but that was like really bad. So they didn't sneak me into that one.
What
They just
year was Star Wars?
1977.
Wow.
So same thing as Saturday Night Fever. So they went on their own and put a 13-year-old traumatized alone in a movie theater.
So
You,
went to
you
see
make it through the whole
all-
thing?
Circa 1977. I loved the movie after I saw the beginning.
Wait, so was this... Did these things happen at the same time? Like, they got you into Star Wars and then they went to see Saturday Night Fever?
They bought 2 separate tickets. One set of Saturday Night Fever, which was rated R. So that was my first movie theater episode by myself.
I'm pretty sure you took us to our first PG-13 movie.
Yeah, and your mom wasn't too happy.
It was a Spider-Man movie.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
I thought that was
Yeah.
Sandra that took you, wasn't it?
Was it Sandra?
No, I think you did.
Oh.
I think you fell on
We used to
sword.
spend a lot of time with Uncle. 'cause
They were like
now
11 or 10.
Parents working a
Yeah.
lot.
Because I think you could go to a PG-13 movie
If you had
if you
parental
had
guidance.
a chaperone,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Can you hold it a little closer to your mouth?
Yes,
He keeps on-
definitely.
I'm gonna have you like.
Yes, chef.
I'm gonna have this rule that's like gonna be touching your
I
face
think
while
we
you're
need to get
talking.
just
to
like
him.
a brace that like you put
Like some
over it.
headgear.
So-
Yeah.
It mounts right there in front.
So I
of
was
him.
a Friday the 13th fan up to like episode 6 or 7. Halloween movies, one and maybe one of the
Halloween
last
Town?
ones.
And of course you're.
It had to be Jamie Lee Curtis movies, yeah. And what were you gonna say?
Of course you're. Everyone knows. No one knows this. That you're a huge HGTV guy nowadays.
Yes.
Just
Which I can't afford on my cable, so I use it at my sister's cable.
Is that why you're always at our house? You want to watch HGTV?
No, I like to spend time with family. I'm allowed twice a week. Maybe
you're,
never
You're
if
definitely
you're
at our
far-
house more than twice a week.
Let's just cut it to twice. Every other day, okay? 3 times
By
a week.
twice a week, I mean twice every 4 days.
Something like that, yeah.
And by twice every 4 days, I mean
My
every
sister
day.
kind of
There.
adopted me as a brother from hell. No.
She adopted me as a brother.
You are a real brother to her.
Yes.
There's
She
no
was my
adoption.
bodyguard growing up.
Oh, let's get into that.
Circa 1971. After my first beatings in playground. My sister would...
You are about how old then?
On the playground.
71, I was 7 years old.
Okay. That's from painting the picture, you know?
Yes. I was a guy that everybody liked to jump. Pull by the ears.
They said they called you like Dumbo.
Feed me,
Did they
feed me dirt. Yeah, because I had those haircuts like the military style, because of head lice. So I was really bald, and the big ears would protrude out of my head, and they thought it was fun to just clip at them and stretch them. And
It doesn't sound like a lot of fun for you.
no.
So what happened? You had a
my
bodyguard?
teachers were spinsters, so they couldn't really tackle the kids. They just sat
They
there
were
and looked.
swingers?
Spinsters.
Oh.
Like elderly, very elderly. They didn't believe in retiring until they dropped dead.
So why did all these kids want to beat you up?
Because I was different. I was from the old country,
Well,
and they knew I was an immigrant.
Well, weren't you in school primarily with like immigrants slash?
Well,
others
those
who-
immigrants went to ESL, English as a second language. I was raised.
You
in the
spoke English
family.
already?
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
I came here. I was 18 months old.
What I was getting at is, didn't you instigate a lot of these?
Yes. I would call their mother ding dongs after they beat me up, so I got it more the second time.
Uncle, I'm going to tell you another time. Put it lower, but closer to your face.
Okay.
Everyone wants to see closer. Yeah, there. I kind of like that. Yeah,
Okay.
there we go.
So yeah.
All right, and our mother was your bodyguard.
But I survived my elementary school till my sister went to junior high and I was on my own.
How did that go? Not so well.
Well, it was like every corner I tried to escape, somebody would find me. They would take my lunchbox, break my thermos bottle, which was made out of glass at the time.
Glass.
Yeah, the inside was glass, breakable, because that's the only way they could keep the milk cold. It was like,
You
let's
had
say
milk in a
Fred Flintstone lunchboxes.
Okay.
But the milk thing wasn't made of plastic like Jeremy's and John Austin's and Logan's at day. So they drop it on the floor and smash it.
Doesn't sound like too fun of a time.
But that's okay.
The trauma.
I think basically they did this to me because their parents used to hit them and now they couldn't hit their parents, so they hit me instead.
So you would just take the second round beatings.
Yes. And this unfortunately went to junior high and then high school.
I haven't gotten Logan's favorite story of you yet. Logan needs to come over here and sit down because we keep hearing from him.
Favorite story?
Come over here. You can't. You're not gonna sit.
No,
You can think for a
Oh,
few
I know.
minutes.
You already told me what it was.
Okay, sit with him. No, sit over there. Go sit down.
Should I?
Take the mic from him. No, there's room for 3 of you. There you go.
Am I doing this?
Put it right up in the face.
Alrighty, so one of my favorite stories of you, it's mainly, I don't know, there's not much like you in it, I guess, but it's mainly just, yeah, McDonald's playpen, circa
A lot of stuff happened in the McDonald's playpen.
what, 10 maybe?
What?
You were 5 years old.
No, you were like 7 or 8.
2012, okay, that's fine. Circa 2012, McDonald's playpen. So we need some context for this. So the way I ate my what?
The way you ate what? Your nuggets?
Yeah, the way I ate my nuggets, I always got like 4 nuggets. 2 of them were like much like longer, like weirdly shaped, but I always had at least 1 or 2 like perfectly round nuggets. I loved those. I'd save those for last, and then I'd bite into it and make a little crescent moon with it, and then I'd finish eating it. And it was a thing I always did. I didn't like it when this tradition was broken, but then.
The other restaurant, you had the sandwiches, the chicken sandwiches.
Oh yeah, well I can get into. Yeah, so back to the McDonald's though. One fateful day, I found my nice round nugget, put it in the box, saved it for last, had my other 2 or 3 nuggets, but then Uncle
You remember that?
takes this nugget
Oh,
and and eats it, and I did not like that.
you wanted me to take it out of my stomach.
Yes, so
I couldn't buy him other ones.
I
wanted
know.
That one.
Yeah,
He flipped. He had a moment.
you could call it that. Yeah.
People were staring at me thinking I was abusing my nephew.
Logan's a real bratty child.
Okay.
Sometimes.
Logan had some tough.
No, it had to be his way or the highway.
Well, Logan was basically
There was
an
no in between.
Logan
Well,
was
'cause-
basically an only child because he was 10
the
years younger
viewers
than
what
me.
you did with Aunt Teresa's nuggets from Burger King.
Oh wait, hold on. I'll get into that after. But so
No offense to only children out there.
what was I saying? These nuggets. I was freaking out when I didn't have the round one, and I couldn't, as this little child, couldn't explain why I needed that one. I just said, I need that one. You can't buy me other ones. I need that one. I need that one. Spit it out. I need that one. Give me that one. Give me that one. Spit it out. So there was a whole lot of that.
Did you?
Sounds horrible.
Did you?
Yeah,
in that
it wasn't
moment,
good.
Like acknowledge that even if he was to spit it out, it
I
wouldn't-
wasn't. I wasn't thinking by this
It's going to
point.
be like the movies that it comes out together, but in
Yeah, those movies.
Yeah, they don't throw up in the movies. They just spit the food out
Yeah.
in its original form.
whole. Yeah, that's what Logan probably thought.
That's fair. But I was blinded by rage to
Rage.
think.
Oh, it was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, there's a scene in the McDonald's that day, but
Oh. Okay, keep going if you got more, but I have something else for McDonald's.
all right, but so you brought up the nuggets from Burger King that
Yeah, you really didn't.
yeah, all right. So, well, this isn't my fault, okay? The nuggets at Burger King suck.
Yeah, that's
Like,
a known fact.
They used to. They are better
So you get
now.
10 for $1.
Yeah, they're
It feels
better.
illegal, but
They're better now, but they used to be really bad. Like they changed the recipe not very recently, probably like
They were
5 years
like
ago.
Soggy ones, like they picked them up and they'd wilt.
Yeah, like these nuggets were bad.
Oh yeah, they were bad. Back
They were very bad
Well,
back when this story happened, and I just refused to eat them
I mean,
when she
with
brought.
a name like Burger King or Five Guys, why
You know,
would they
why would you
create
expect the
chicken?
nuggets to be
Like
good?
Five Guys does not make chicken sandwiches. They make hot dogs.
to go off. Can you hold this for a second?
I think we need to hop on the certified lover boy trend.
what do you mean?
So you know Drake released his newest studio album, Certified Lover Boy,
post pregnant.
within the last week. And
Is that Lil Nas? That's not Drake.
basically,
Was it the album
no, but the album
Here,
art,
Uncle, give John the mic so he can hear better.
the album art for CLB, as it's abbreviated, is like a series of emojis of like pregnant women in like different colors.
Oh,
And so I think, right, different ethnicities perhaps represented. And so I'm thinking we could take the caricature of Uncle.
And make it pregnant.
No, not make it pregnant.
Okay, that's
But like
terrifying.
get different colors of it and put it in this like grid format. You know what I'm saying?
Is this just gonna be on like YouTube and Facebook, or is there gonna be like a listening,
like, Facebook?
audio only part?
no, we're gonna
other
put it on a
places.
podcast.
Go put it
players,
on
that's the point.
Spotify
Yeah.
Oh, so is this not gonna be on YouTube?
or wherever you hear your
no, it will be.
podcasts.
Yeah, so the audio and video
Whoa,
will be on
all
YouTube,
right.
but is there like an audio only?
I guess that we should add that. There's going to be audio versions only on like Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Apparently, it should be on all the major
Audible?
podcast platforms. What?
Audible?
Isn't that?
I don't know. Isn't that for books? Do people put
I think we should write an audiobook.
John, say something in the mic for me.
Say something, I'm giving up on.
That's not what I
Logan's
needed.
gonna finish this
That was so
nuggets
good. It's gonna get copyrighted.
episode.
Oh shoot! They're not going to be able to distinguish it from the original artist. Okay, are you?
Finished nugget part, but
Give it back to me, then.
The Burger King.
Weren't you? I finished Burger King nugget part. You were about to bring up though.
No, your Aunt
My-
Teresa
my-
bought you nuggets and you refused to eat them.
Oh well, yeah, I said that, but
So I had to run to McDonald's and get you some.
That
She loved Logan. She'd run around the house in her high heel shoes.
woman was a frickin' spitfire.
She never took meds though. She didn't believe in meds.
It was a natural high.
She's-
Always.
She also said she didn't believe in doctors for reasons that we really can't discuss right now.
Okay.
jeez. Well, we're gonna
Um,
discuss the. Oh, you got more on this?
well,
McDonald's
I
thing?
brought up the Burger King chicken sandwiches as well.
Yes.
But that's not really about you though. That's about me. And this
No, but
we
I'm
should
the
be
one
talking
that
about you.
introduced you into the sandwiches. 'cause
That's
that was
true.
my staple, and then you wanted to try one, and then after the bite, you wanted a whole one yourself. And you were
Yeah.
7 or
So
8.
in kindergarten, so still circa 2012, which there's no way the Nugget episode was in 2012. It was probably like 2011.
I was like, I wasn't.
I don't think
that
I was in
old.
kindergarten.
I'd gotten past that.
I think I was like pre-kindergarten.
I don't think you started eating the Burger King chicken sandwiches until.
Well, yeah,
a few
and
years
the
later
Nugget
than that.
episode was before the Burger
Well,
King
for
chicken
sure,
sandwiches.
Like, well before it, probably.
Well, the fans gotta know how you created this
All right, but-
specific Burger King
I-
sandwich.
but-
It also became a staple in real life. Years later, you remember?
Hold on, though. So, back when I was in kindergarten, I had a half day. I wasn't a full day. I was in the afternoon part of the day. So I think you'd always take me like Burger King or something before school, and it was then when you introduced me to the chicken sandwich, which I only wanted half, but then after that I wanted more, and so like I started putting my fries on them and stuff. That's why I always asked for it to be cut in half.
There was a specific way of putting
Yeah, I'd like line them up, fry by fry.
Yeah, size by size.
And I guess at one point there was like a burger on the menu that had fries on it. Is that what you're referencing
Yes.
when you say that?
The burger.
Which definitely wasn't because of me,
No,
but it's
Well,
cool.
How about the ball pit incident? You want to tell that one
Ball pit.
with John?
Was that my incident?
Yeah. Well, Uncle can tell it because he knows.
No, I think you
John
should
doesn't
tell
really
it because
remember
you
it.
know all the juicy details.
what do you mean the ball pit
What do you
incident?
mean? First of all, up.
I
Thank
thought
you.
the ball pit was Logan getting.
Wasn't I bit at the ball?
Oh yes, I apologize. It was John Austin.
Had to get like a tetanus shot or something.
I don't think you get tetanus from bites.
Oh,
Adults
whatever.
couldn't fit
You get
into
rabies or
Yeah,
something.
adults couldn't fit into the ball pit legally.
Would you have
because-
otherwise been in the ball pit?
No, because I would have
Concerning
probably
statement.
yanked the kid out and been called a child abuser, but whatever. So my nephew's playing in the playpen.
That's gonna read really weird for the audience.
No, he was just defending you.
You know, I was
No,
defending
I know,
you.
yeah.
So the mother separated both children, my nephew and her son,
Me.
who bit my nephew. Not bit where you need stitches, but bit enough that, you know, it left a mark.
Did it break skin?
And he accused my nephew of being the aggressor. And I said, that can't be true because my sister is a psychologist. And she didn't raise her kids to
That
be
can't be
aggressive.
true.
So I said, without mentioning names, the local hospital where my sister was working at the time, I said she's welcome to call her up and discuss this matter. Finally, I think she got the point that her son was not in the right place at the right time to be in the playpen with other children. Since that day of this debacle of the fight in the playpen, none of my nephews had issues with future children because I was right.
Because
The mother and father raised their kids right.
all the local children that frequented this McDonald's ball pit were there to witness the altercation, and they never messed with me again. I was like the king of the hill over there.
No, this is my nephew who would play Power Rangers with his older brother and let him win all the time because he had a good moral
Compass.
compass.
Can you tell us what Power Rangers is? for
Power
the
Rangers is
listeners?
circa 19...
No, not like literal Power Rangers.
Oh.
In the
No.
context of Jeremy.
Like this.
Jeremy was the aggressor in the Power
Oh my
Rangers.
goodness.
He liked to
Jeremy
win.
was a blue
Jeremy
pouch.
would never take the low road. It had to be him the winner all the time.
I don't know about
he,
that.
Even now, he's very...
No, but
you know.
taking the high road would insinuate that we didn't fight.
But Uncle, to be clear, when you say Power Rangers, you're talking about just fights between.
There's no
physical
actual Power
altercations
Rangers
between
involved
John and
here.
Jeremy.
What do you mean by altercations? I don't understand.
Like Power Rangers, like they weren't pretending to be Power Rangers.
No,
they were
but
fighting each other.
they just got to be the Power Ranger moves from watching the Power Rangers
So
with
they
me.
used
Oh,
Power Ranger
We would
moves
just be
in
like
their fights with each other.
suplexing each
Yeah,
other. Like
yes.
Painful Boss Living.
Yeah, like the Teletubbies, which was John Austin's favorite
Oh,
cartoons.
They're using Teletubbies moves.
Tinky Winky, La La, and Poe.
The Tinky Tinky
Goated.
Smash.
And you know why the Teletubbies, I mean, really, they thought the purple one was different. I mean, the purple one is my favorite
Is that
color.
No, that's La La, wasn't it?
I don't remember.
Because Poe, I think, is the red one.
So needless to say, that was, you know, the last episode because I told Jeremy if they get into another Power Ranger
Definitely
move,
wasn't the last
I'm
episode.
taking Logan home because I was watching Logan. He was like in his tweens, like 3 or 4. And Jeremy said,
Between what?
what?
Between what?
No, he said tweens.
I
Tweens.
know.
Like 12 and 11.
No.
Tweenager is like
No, I thought a tween was when you were learning how to use the bathroom in school. The tween, you know, not preschool, before preschool.
The pre-tree. The
Logan.
what's that?
The
program called?
Wee threes.
Yeah.
Logan started school when he was like 2.
So I told
That's why he's highly
Jeremy,
educated.
I told Jeremy and John Austin that if they have another move like that, I was gonna take Logan home. And Jeremy pleaded with me, please do not take my brother.
I think the term you used was kidnap.
I don't remember
So
that.
there's a big Power Ranger.
No,
brawl
you. How would
between-
you know? You were in the basement. Jeremy came upstairs running. Don't take my brother away from me.
There's a big Power Ranger brawl between John and Jeremy, and the way you diffused it is You threatened to take me with you.
Yeah. And then
Take
To
those
kidnap
away.
them?
their mother always made me really be, always on guard, make sure they don't get hurt or fall or go in the swimming pool.
One
which
time
was-
you were gone, the grandfather clock fell in Vavai.
Oh my god. I remember that. We had to extricate Vava from under the.
Yeah, I heard about that
grandfather
story. Can you
clock
tell me
in the
about
living room.
that?
We were just at home with her. I
But
guess.
you're probably the one that knocked it on the ground on top of
No,
her.
no, no.
I
So-
missed-
Absolutely not.
So
You
she
sure?
would she would clean it. She'd
Yeah.
go in there and clean it.
Yeah, she did go clean it and
I
try to
think
adjust the clock, the time.
I think she was trying to adjust. I mean.
Yeah, the strings,
To
the
dust it.
bells. Yeah.
Yeah, or maybe adjust the time, and then the thing just straight up fell over on her, and Jeremy and I had to go lift it off of her, and that thing was heavy.
That was a gift from your parents.
Is it still in the house?
Yes.
Okay.
God rest her soul. When did she pass? 2013?
Yes.
14?
Yeah.
14.
2014, yes.
Crazy.
But this was
7
probably.
years.
2nd grade.
But this was probably years before that.
I could have been working because your mom was.
We were
your
maybe
grandmother
10.
was like 68, 69.
So this is 2007 or 8. This
Yeah,
happened.
we were pretty
Yeah.
young on this.
I was working nights, so you guys probably were alone with her at that time when I went to work, so that you helped save
Yeah,
her.
for the timeline of those days, you would take us from school at 2:00,
Yeah,
and then bring us to the house 2:30ish, and you would go to work for what 3?
3:30.
Yeah. So there was a lapse when it was just, and then from there she would.
Your mom would
She
come
would
home
watch us
between
until our mom
5:30 and
came at,
6.
5:30 or so,
6
6,
o'clock, yeah. So that was one time.
Um,
And
Do you have any other stories from that time period? You would sleep you lived in the basement.
yes, when my sister moved out in
You
her
had a little
20s,
bachelor pad down
I
there.
took her room with a bathroom and a kitchenette, which I don't cook, like you guys know from Tony's Talks, if you're familiar. I do not cook. Microwave, fried Twinkies, fried Oreos.
I really think we need to get Uncle on a HelloFresh subscription.
What's that mean? Oh, yeah, I know what that means.
No free ads.
Blue Apron.
The meals that come over, yeah.
Yeah.
You're comparing me to a dog food?
They can sponsor the
Oh,
show.
Blue Apron is not a
Oh, I thought it was
That's
Blue
Buffalo.
Blue Buffalo.
Yeah, come on.
Logan's gotta go.
Oh no, that's
Oh,
that's
no.
my audio you're screwing up right now. My
But
guy.
needless to say, I helped raise 5 nephews and 1 niece, and I wouldn't trade that for anything in the world, not even the Powerball winnings. They taught me a lot because I'm not a parent myself, but I think I'm one of the greatest uncles that ever
Ever
You're a
lived?
godparent.
not ever lived,
I
ever been created.
Yes, I agree with that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we're very fortunate to have
Likewise, yes.
had that, and we're still
Yeah.
having
Yeah,
that experience. I mean, we're
Now it's more you guys teaching me the ropes, like how to use an iPhone, how to use GPS, which that ain't happening because I'm uncoordinated. And then what else?
Yeah, I'm waiting for Uncle to ask me to put the address into his car before he goes to this cookout.
Oh yeah, you got a cookout today. You got to get to. We got to keep.
Yeah,
can't
right.
There's
keep
no
running.
rush.
for that,
It's
I
till
think.
midnight. No, it's till
Oh,
midnight.
wow.
How much left do we have, Logan? In this, by the way, you got a time check.
Let me see.
Well, this is gonna be one of many podcasts we can
12
discuss
minutes left.
my trip to
Left.
Italy when my nephew
Okay.
laughed because I was what do you call that? Pickpocketed by
Oh, you
like
want to do that
a
story
10-year-old girl.
in Italy?
I think he wants to save that one for next
Oh,
episode.
Okay, we'll save that. We'll tease
Yeah.
it a little bit.
After this next alarm goes off, that means 50 minutes has gone by.
Yeah,
which
yeah,
is
yeah.
probably
So
a good time to wrap
7
it.
minutes or so we should have start. Yeah, but yeah. Before we do that, pull up the caricature over there.
That's
Then
true.
we'll get into
Let's
this. We'll tease the Italy story for next week. I'll
You're
make a
gonna
note.
tell us the backstory to this character.
For our audio listeners here, we have a nice. To do it justice, you'd really have to come to the video on YouTube.com.
Which
But-
I think we're making another channel for the YouTube, for the podcast. I think that might be where I go.
Okay.
Tony's
Oh,
Talks the
let's see.
podcast.
By the time this is up, it'll already be made. but-
Can I mention Rocky Point?
Is there a date on
Yes,
that?
but go to this
Yeah.
first. Do this.
Okay.
Theme park.
This picture was taken at a cookout in the parking lot on Sakanasa Crossroad of the former Dayball
Okay,
building,
we don't need to do that.
which
but-
is now a COVID testing site.
Can I say Rocky Point? So the crossroad. the
Oh,
name
this
of
is like
street,
the
name of
consummate
hospital.
oversharer.
No, it used to be we'd get free tickets to go on all the rides at Rocky Point and the Windjammer, which was a restaurant. Free, no charge, all day, as a thank you for the employees' hard work.
And you were working where at the time?
I wasn't working during the cookouts
Bob was working at
with
Dayball.
Vavu, and then I started afterwards. That's where this picture comes from. They went from Rocky Point, which became extinct, to their parking lot.
What a fall from grace.
So,
But at least they still had a caricaturist, right?
yes, And they had hot dogs, those balloon jumpers. When you go inside, those what do
The
you call them?
bouncy houses.
Yeah, they had a lot of those, and all the hot dogs. A lot of the hot dogs
Balloon
and
jumper
burgers.
sounds like a fat suit.
No, I meant like something you jump in a
It's
balloon.
like
Yeah. So
bumping
that was
each
fun.
other.
Yeah, and I was like in my roaring 20s in this picture.
Oh wow! And I think they really captured your essence.
Even the big ears.
I'm waiting in the wings. for
Not the
my
teeth.
shot.
My teeth are not that
Is that a
perfect.
baseball
Are
bat?
you a
Yes.
baseball guy, Uncle?
No, that's just what I used to protect myself in elementary
You
school.
carried a bat,
An invisible bat.
which was your sister metaphorically.
Yeah. You make the
So that
difference.
bat really
Matilda
symbolizes our
was
mother.
my Louisville Slugger. Isn't it?
See, Matilda was like an angel in the wings. You know, like you see that in
Waiting in the wings. for my
religious,
shot.
religious. You know.
You are the wind beneath my wings. That song? Is that Bette Midler?
Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah. Wind beneath my wings, Bette Midler.
Wow. Deep cut.
That was like,
Deep cut.
you're making all the connections here.
John Austin only knows Bette Midler is my favorite, one of my favorites, because of a song called "In This Life,"
And also because you said
which
it.
if I play it next time, it shows
Didn't you say?
what you guys mean to me more than gold. Gold was my cars in my life, an escape.
Oh,
Remember when I
you
had my
had those.
16 cars?
Oh, we'll have to dig into that on
Yeah.
these episodes.
So
Oh, Uncle's cars. Oh, I'll put that as a show note for next
Uncle's
episode.
car saga.
yes, till my therapist cured my need for cars every 6 months to 2 years.
Sorry, you're not the only one in this family with a car addiction.
62 years.
No, there's a lot of people. My other cousin had like 30 cars in 20 years. Even though they weren't all brand new, but still.
I feel like I had something to contribute to this that I'm forgetting now.
Well, this is awesome, Jerry.
Driving with Uncle?
This is a totally
I
different
think we
thing.
wanted to contrast that caricature.
Where's the
with
pillow?
Oh yeah, with the other one. Or I mean, there's
The
one.
caricature that we have
Of
down
today.
That you can get online. Links in the description to
Shout
that.
Yeah.
out Fiverr.
Tony's Talks merchandise.
Shout
Yeah.
out Redbubble.
Fiverr made the drawing.
Shout out.
Redbubble.
Shout out our independent artist
I wonder where that chicken
Who
sandwich came
in
from.
Vietnam
From Vietnam.
Yeah.
who made this caricature.
Yeah.
I think, like, this is such a fantastic piece of art just on its
Yeah,
own.
because if you don't know much about Vietnam, it is the go-to place now for stylish clothes and custom.
Or people trying to make a decent
Apparel.
wage.
Yeah, they
Artists.
So yeah, I mean, we took a picture of Uncle in
are. Boy, did they ever.
what used to be. He had this like trench coat. Do you still have that?
Maybe I'll
Yes.
find the photo. But
Circa
he used-
1985.
Yeah, but this was, mind you, we've been filming Tony's Talks for about
Like almost 2 years.
since January of
18
2020,
months.
right
Yeah.
before the pandy,
right before the Panda replay, as they say.
we started this podcast. Had no idea what was in store, and then all of a sudden,
This was pre-COVID. We
And
never
so
had.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying,
naturally,
January.
podcast started the.
I started the show. Excuse me. Started the
We
Tony.
sent, but the picture you sent was only him in the trench, right? It wasn't like he didn't have the podcast mic.
No.
No.
I said to the artist, I'm like, put a mic in his hand.
My hair
I'll put a
was
burger
my
in the
real
other
hair.
one.
That didn't.
But like,
That was what my hair looked like.
Oh, they
you
nailed
have
it big
the
time.
podcast mic in one hand, and the chicken sandwich. It looks more like a chicken.
It might be a
Yeah.
burger.
sandwich.
Did you say it's a Krabby Patty that you told him to?
I don't know. I think I just said burger.
I don't know, but
Those are my real shoes. I had shoes like that.
This is honestly,
Because you did take a picture of me, Jeremy. You
Yeah,
sent
yeah,
it to
yeah.
when
Vietnam.
you had your hair longer. This is literally you. Like, I know it's a caricature, but it was like so perfect. Like, I don't think we could have expected it to be like this good.
Yeah.
So we
I
were
can
very
say.
excited about that.
I have you on my drink too, right here. We have
Tony's Talk
stickers. We actually have Tony's Talks with the sticker now.
I have-
These are just the old ones, but
I have also pens, but my pen broke because I washed it too many times in the washing machine by mistake. I didn't take it out of my shirt.
Uncle used to wear that pin every
I'm
day.
sure
Yeah.
we'll get you another one.
Pretty
Just
crazy.
make sure to.
I even told my friends yesterday that I'm going to be on Oprah, and they believed me.
this is might as well be Oprah.
I said
Yeah,
I
you're
only
on a
have
talk show.
100 views lately or less, but it's all about the fun.
It's all
And
about
as long as they want to keep doing this, I'm
Uncle,
all
I've
for
told
it.
you about Mr. Beast. All right. He's now one of the top YouTubers in the world. He's got like 50
Mr. Beast Burger?
50 million.
How come I
plus
never heard of him?
subscribers.
50 or 15?
50 million.
50?
50 at 50.
Oh, wow.
Mr.
Million.
Beast Burger?
What's he known for?
Now mostly being an online philanthropist, he just gives people stuff. But
He does like video challenges.
he also started doing kind of ridiculous things like counting to like super high numbers.
Well, that was a while. That was when he got popular.
Yeah, that was his big stuff. No, I know. That's what I'm saying. That's where that's his bread and butter, Logan.
Yeah.
That's how he got big. But my point is that it took him like 5 years to be recognized.
Wow.
So we've been doing this for a year and a half, 2 years.
Yes, and my grandniece Darian, who now with this Tony's Talks, I've seen more in the 18 months than I've seen in her 23 years. Shout out to Darian. Happy birthday yesterday.
Yeah. What's your turn? 23.
23. Because I used to work nights, and her birthday parties were at night, and I couldn't go because I was working.
That's why we might be a little sluggish. We were out celebrating her birthday last
Yeah,
night.
so I used to see Darian like twice a year, if that. Now I see her like maybe at least 12 times in these 18 months.
Yeah. We'll have them all on too. They'll come
Yes.
chat with us.
Pete,
on the
Darian,
podcast.
Jenna, and Simone. Shout out to Simone,
Maloney.
who's babysitting her Luna. Luna
Oh.
is...
A new puppy.
How
That's
much?
a fun
Yeah,
little-
maybe we end on that.
Yeah.
Okay.
How much time do we have?
Till next time.
Left in this, so we should probably wrap up.
Okay, we'll wrap it up with this. So
Am I
talk about the
telling
dog a little bit.
Can I
Yeah.
have the-
Well, yeah. Give it to John.
So, come to find out, about a week and a half ago, my cousin Philip was buying my other cousin Sandra, our cousin.
His sister.
Darian's
His
father
sister.
and Simone's mother.
Okay, yes, Sandra is Simone's mother, and Phil, who is Darian's father, was buying Sandra and Simone a puppy, an 8-week-old French
Because
bulldog.
what, he wants them to do what?
Was the French bulldog from France or from another state in this United States?
The state of France, yes. Do we need to get into that?
Well, he just wants them. He wants to breed them. Is why he bought the dog.
Yeah, so it's like, it wasn't purely just like, oh, hey, sis, want to buy you a dog. He intends to ultimately
Impregnate her?
breed her with his Frenchie.
A new one, relatively new. Like they've had Edgar for like.
Yeah, who still has his berries. So
And she has her cherries.
Okay.
I'm sure
Yes.
that's going to be really interesting down the
Have you
road.
met the dog yet, Uncle?
Not
No.
sure that we're giving an endorsement of that on the
Said she
show,
was
but
on quarantine for a few
We
days.
can do a puppy episode.
I might have to. Well, I might have to just make.
after,
a pupcast.
After Ed Guna make the babies.
You mean Ludgar?
Ludgar is not as good as Ed Guna.
So anyway, okay, this is woof. We're taking a long time to get to
Yeah,
the
let's just
get to the
get
chase
the
here.
gist of this story.
So anyway,
So, yeah.
Sandra had been, asking to get the dog earlier in the summer because she's a teacher, and now she's back at school. Her daughter Simone's back at school, so they didn't really have a whole lot of time for this puppy, right? But Phil's doing his due diligence. He wants to make sure the dog father that gets a good pup, whatever. So, come to find out about a week ago that this dog is being flown into Boston Logan International Airport from Fort Lauderdale. She was supposed to be flown in last Sunday, and then the whole thing got delayed, and she didn't end up coming until Tuesday
Because of Ida.
because of Hurricane Ida. And yeah, we hope everyone's doing well in the wake of Hurricane Ida. Shout out our fans. Anyway, so I was tasked with going to pick up this dog at Logan Airport.
That's
And
what
now,
Logan's named after. Oh, we can get that into another episode.
and
too.
now,
Not right now.
Logan was named after
No.
a soap opera actress named Logan. But
No.
It's a unisex name.
Hey,
so-
hey, we're
I thought it was like
we're
Logan
not
from
talking about that
Wolverine.
right now. We'll do it on the next
I'm
episode.
not sure the validity of that, but we'll.
anyway, so now Puppy is
Luna.
little Luna. She's adorable. Like, don't get me wrong. But she's a little terror because she's like 9 weeks old. She's in the teething stage. She likes to bite your toes and the furniture and whatever else. So it's constant corrective
She's broken your gym
action.
bag?
We're not gonna get into that. We're not gonna
About
get
30 seconds.
we're not gonna get into all that. So anyway, Sandra and Simone are both back at school, and I have been dubbed the dog father because I
We just came up with.
am
Well, that's the name of
basically
the episode.
not quite live-in help, but I'm going to be working from Sandra's house for
Further notice.
indefinitely, taking care of this dog, which has already proved challenging in a lot of
But
respects.
if anybody can handle it, of the three of you, you're the one with more patience.
Sure, we'll go with that. So anyway, fun little anecdote. Remains to be seen how this all plays out.
We'll keep people updated.
We'll update.
All right. Well,
But yeah.
Thanks.
I guess we're ending on that.
Nope, you get the mic. Give it to him if he's gonna do this.
Thanks for watching and listening to Tony's one of many future podcasts.
Yes.
Yeah, this one was
Thanks.
pretty raw.
And again, I think we're probably gonna put it on its own YouTube channel. You know, we'll if you follow Tony's Talks on Instagram, on Facebook, we'll make sure we have people updated there, so you know where to go to see this episode when it's released. Which I don't know why I'm telling you this now, because you're not gonna know that, because you're gonna hear this and you've already found the episode. But
That's true. But
either
yeah,
way, we've got our own channel.
it'll
and-
probably be on like the next video as well, on the main channel.
yeah.
Oh, I don't think we addressed the pickle.
We won't address it. We'll
All
leave
right.
it there.
Okay, that's fair.
Sorry I even said anything.
All right.
Oh,
Nope. Perfect timing. All right. Bye bye. See you guys next time.
Bye bye.
Those